About 85 degrees out. It's not as bad as yesterday, but clouding over a little bit. Still is kind of humid, but nothing like yesterday. I got a few things here. Oh, antique. I don't know. Record player radio thing. Hey, there's a channel called Zombie Scrapper. He just uploaded a video not that long ago. Haven't heard from that guy in a while. Go check out the channel. You know, just another scrapping channel, just for people that like to look at that crap for whatever reason. I still haven't figured it out myself. Why I like to watch other scrapping channels. Let alone why do I put up videos? Mostly for the shits and giggles, I guess. Yep. Still broke. Haven't made any progress. I gotta keep the locomotive moving somehow or another. I gotta keep the money has to keep flowing in. It's either that or don't have electricity, which we took care of that. And now the next track in the sleigh, the water bill, because they're threatening to cut that. Kingdom, why do you pick up garbage? Well, if I don't want it, I can scrap it. Instead of Magnavox, record player, and stereo FM. Slightly damaged in shipping. See, this is the scrap life, so it's like sending something to the junkyard. You know, like when a junkyard gets a hold of a car, there ain't no way, once they start touching it, it's going to be in any kind of, it's not going to be the same. It's going to get some new dents, that's for sure. Oh, there goes the camera. That hasn't happened in a while. That hasn't happened in about 30 videos. The camera falling down like that. I almost have it to an art form to like not have it fall. Yeah. Yep. Oh well. We don't have it perfected though. Especially like on a windy day. Which today is, okay, now I got that. That prop should hold it up, right? That song, Catch Me, I'm Falling. Catch me, I'm falling. Well, that was close. Catch me, now I'm falling. Now, when I was picking this up, I should have made a video, because there was some lady texting somebody when I found some of this stuff. But then my viewers would probably comment that I'm being a big dick. Like there's like this antique piece of furniture. I'm being a big dick, man. Like I took this shit for no reason, you know what I'm saying? Keeping the Christmas tradition. I've seen the boxes and it had like, I don't know. It's not scrap, I don't care. So, second edition 1982 Christmas Memories. Christmas is a big thing, man. Avon products. $1982 porcelain figure, you know. People get really wound up about Christmas. So anyway, got a couple of them. I don't know, a bunch of figurines came out of here. This looks like it might be like a nativity thing or something, I don't know. The box there. Oh yeah, there's some Santa people here. Bunch of Christmas shit. Now, the reason why I'm throwing the stuff around like that is because right now, there's a lot of scrap out there. And if I fart around it, like, I'm gonna miss. It's not profitable. It's actually more profitable to throw it on the ground so I can get back there and get on the streets and find more stuff. I know more stuff that you can't get rid of. Look, if I stay off the streets too long, I lose my territory because, well, it's like food and wild animals. You start feeding the Canadian geese, you get more geese. But there's always more geese than there is food. You could bring like a truckload of bread, and you would have a bazillion Canadian geese. You'd actually have like, you know, seagulls there too in the mix. Ducks. I mean, you'd have all of nature. But there'd be more animals and more mouths to feed than there would be food, no matter what you do. The more food, the more animals. Because nature makes it that way, where there's like, it's always a little bit, there's always an energy supply, which is food, scarcity compared to the demand. So nature always wants greater demand than there is supply. And that's true in, well, it's sort of like the wild world, you know, finding stuff out on the street. You're left to your own devices. I don't know. Maybe I'm not speaking eloquently enough. I'm not hitting all the points. What I need is more automation, because that's what I need. Some way of a dump truck. People have suggested getting a big dumpster, right? And I think I've made a couple of videos on that where the one guy that works on trucks over here, he's got a dumpster from a junkyard, and they come and pick up his scrap, but they will not do that for me. And the one place that claimed that they might said that if it sits outside, they automatically take 1,000 pounds off. And they also take money off if the steel is contaminated. Contaminated meaning there's plastic on it, there's wood. So that means all the time gained by throwing it conveniently into a dumpster is now lost by me making sure all the plastic is off of everything. You're not winning. Okay, I thought about this. I thought about it. There's a piece of freaking wood attached to something like this. There's a piece of wood on there. If I take this, I'll put this on my truck, I take it to the yard, they're not going to dock me anything. I put it into a dumper bin, and they see that come off, they're taking money off, they're taking weight off. And something like this, they would do it unfairly. They would say 10 pounds. There's not 10 pounds of wood on here. I've been doing this a long time. A long time. I should have it down pat a lot better than I do, but I don't, because there's a scarcity of time and there's a scarcity of money. But then people bitch at me for not using my time wisely. Yet other people, what pisses me off is other people have, and they don't get bitched at, they got time to go to the bar and act stupid and spend their money that way or gamble, and then they go back to work and they never get bitched. Oh, you use your time wisely there. But me, I practically never even sleep. My entire day standing up is spent working. And I still got people, oh, you waste your time. Well, yeah, I take 1,000 breaks. Like sometimes 10 seconds, sometimes 1 second, like pause. Okay, that was my break. Or sometimes it's for, 15 minutes. So I claim I take 1,000 breaks a day. So if I was working for somebody, if I just paused like that for a second, they'd be like, come on! I'm like, what? I don't work for someone. I don't know how I got in that tangent again. So, why do you throw it on the ground? Well, boy, you want me to make it levitate? I mean, it's got to go on the ground. It's going to go. Where the hell is this shit supposed to go? Why are you putting it on the truck? I don't know, because there's space in there. You sure don't have a plan there, Kingdom, do you? Well, I do my best with what little I got. I had this one commenter. He doesn't have any videos. His name is Stone. Okay? Most of the time, a lot of his advice is pretty level head. He's like, well, if you don't find yourself in any kind of money or you're homeless, there's this place called the Slab City or something like that in California. So I Googled it. Yeah, it exists. It says there's 150 permanent residents, and then, in the wintertime, the place fills up with thousands and thousands of people. And I guess the place is not patrolled by the cops or something like that, so it's kind of... The Google search said that it's ruled by a form of anarchy. Now, how well do you think I would do in that sort of system? I wouldn't survive, okay? In a complete anarchy situation, I wouldn't survive, because it's the rule of the jungle, all right? It's chaos theory. And yeah, it's the greatest ape. You know what I mean? The alpha male ape, which I'm not, rules the kingdom. So I wouldn't be able to take my eye off whatever it is that I did have, and I'd always have to sleep with one eye open, because, yeah. And once you're there, how the hell do you get out? I mean, you can't have any valuables, really, because you'd be robbed all the time. No. Next try. Wouldn't work with me. Yeah, no. When I was in grade school, you know how they check your report card? You know, works well with others. I'd always get a check, a negative mark on that. Because I do not work well with others. Okay? In an anarchy situation like that, where you have the rule of the jungle, you have to learn how to survive by working well with others. And that'll never happen. My kingdom, you're antisocial. No, don't say that. Crash, boom, bang. It's not a case of being antisocial. It's the rule of the jungle. Ain't gonna work. Let's see. What do I have going against me? Well, I have a bit of a hoarder mentality. Okay? And I can tell you pretty much I'm like a lot of people that, well, not many people will admit that they have a hoarder mentality, but for those that do, I've never heard them admit to the fact that mine is actually driven by the fact that being the oldest, okay, resources, whatever they might be, were always a threatened item, okay? There was always the threat that it might be taken away for whatever reason. Either actual scarcity, or a tool of discipline, or just a simple fact that, I don't know. Basically, it's the mentality of never knowing where your next meal will come from. I'll just shorten it. And that's pretty much what makes me tick. Because even the guy that owns this place said, "Wow, is there anything you don't take?" I take pallets, you know, that thing right there. He seen me with one of those earlier. It was like a black one. It was like, oh yeah, this is the antique dresser that I seen. And the lady's texting somebody like she discovered, you know, this cache of antique furniture. So I'm like, fuck you, man. I hate competition. I'm gonna take that drawer from that antique for no reason other than just to spite you, because you're using a gadget to one-up me because you just spotted something. You're competition. I don't like competition. That's another thing about having a hoarder mentality, is not really liking competition and trying to take everything that you can see for yourself as quickly as you can. See, now I said that better than any psychiatrist or psychotherapist ever could. Okay? Kingdom, how come you didn't empty your... Probably won't. This up there is probably going to stay up there. Why? I don't want to climb up there. Why? Because I'm my own boss. Well, that's why you have such a hard time. Not really. You'll have more room for your stuff. A little bit. But I'm using an energy, self-energy cost-benefit analysis to determine getting that last little remaining stuff by climbing up on the truck is not worth it. The extra wear and tear on my body. Think about it. How many middle-aged people have all these? They have all these like body aches and hip problems and knee problems, and I haven't got any of that. You know how you avoid that? Don't overuse anything. It's like anything else, you know, you overuse it, you end up wearing it out. And the technology is not here on fixing and repairing stuff like that when it's broken. The way I do shit, though, needs to change, okay? I will freely admit that. I will freely admit that, okay? I will freely admit that I'm a freaking hoarder, and it's probably not the best thing. But since this thing is broke, okay? Still broke. And since that is broken, kinda, it runs. But I still have, you know, it's been months now. I still gotta fix the brake line and some other small maintenance stuff. I still have to update the license plate, and then it needs insurance. Now you're talking $1,000, okay? $1,000 right there. Between the insurance, the license plate, and various car repair problems. Why don't you junk it and... Okay. So I get a few $100 for it if I junked it. Where does that leave me? With gas money. If I have a few $100 in my pocket, that's gas and food. That's not enough to make a difference. You need a good chunk to make a difference. So my only bet is to see, I gotta update the license plate on here. So even after I get it running, I have to update the plate on that. Okay, so that's a couple $100. Smaller truck. So you have a lower letter designation for the license plate, so it costs less than the bigger one. But still a couple $100. All right, I got that, and whatever the repair is going to cost. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe I rent a big 26-foot box truck for maybe 5 or 6 rounds. Okay, that's probably my best bet. Look at all them tanks right there. I could actually take one as fill. I should just take my branches here that are all over the backyard. Oh, there's this trailer by the cell tower, and it's got to be abandoned. I feel like taking it, but yeah. My luck, somebody will see me doing that, and then, you know, the cops will roll up on me, and that's like theft of a vehicle. But it's not a motor vehicle, so I don't know what the legalistic charges would be for that, but I bet you it's a felony anyway. You get a felony, then you can never own a gun, you can't vote, and I don't own a gun, but still, if I wanted to, you can't. Boy, that sure looks like shit from here. Alright, see you in the next video.